Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinals. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Stanford's offense will go on the attack first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Corners are going to bail. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And it'll be down right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team. And you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
Floats it out in space. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Tompkins. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback will keep it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And now we see on 4th down, people are so comfortable going for it, especially around midfield like this. Find a play you know you like, short yardage situation, one you practiced all week. Go out, execute it. Nice job getting the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, I just can't find any answers.
Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Canes want to move quickly. From the gun. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
14, Stanford, 0.
On the move from inside his 5.
Returner brings it out to 10.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Third down play from the gun. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got some room, it was over. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hold, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Using the quick game. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Sends it downfield. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. Lost to throw again. It's complete to the right. Good, solid tackle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Bruh, I don't know how that shit happened, but I didn't even really remember you played that nigga last year. I just checked to make sure your schedule was balanced. My fault, bro.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Just steamrolling the defense. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. And he'll be brought down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Ivory. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And here comes the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now improvising. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Stop spamming my fucking comments, nigga.
As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed some.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
But what a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers.
Lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Stanford lines up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Adams. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The Canes in the hurry-up.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball. But when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, more shot plays, you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. It's caught. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance. Stop cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Miami! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. Smacks it with the stiff arm.
Woo! All right, fuck, nigga.
Touchdown, Cardinal. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard.
Bro, he gave that nigga the stiff arm from hell's lair.
To the air, it's House. That's caught. It's Morrison. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450 passing yards.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming. setting up this third down play. Just keep slinging it. Caught close to the marker, it's Stevens. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create.
Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive.
On the double. Here we go.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking for a man. It's Helm. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Picks up 6. Brings up second down.
The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Tompkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Four base bait. On the ready. Pace, 27, jump.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He's going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 15. And they're going to score again. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for the sideline and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fakes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. The Cardinal come to the line, needing a few inches to move the sticks. They'll run the sneak for it. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. With the catch, it's Stevens. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. And it's caught for a touchdown. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Brings it in down the left side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Red pass hits complete. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. These corners backing off a bit. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's held. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Timeout is called with just a single second left. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.